Keto family. I thought I would show you guys what I actually meal prep. So during Vlogmas, I kind of showed you guys my table and what it looks like in the before. I showed you the trail mix that I've done. This month I've also included the chicken legs that I meal prep. But for today, I thought I'd do a couple things. One is give you a product review, and then the other is just show you the aftermath. And then you guys let me know if there's any of these recipes you'd actually like me to film. So let's go ahead and get started. I got these today, and I think a lot of you have tried these already. These for me would not be a constant thing, so let me kind of clarify that. But they are, I think they're a nice treat. As you guys know, I've been on vacation, and we're probably going to go to the movies tomorrow, so I'm actually really excited because I'm going to pack these for me, the hubby, and my daughter because we are all grain-free. So I think that's going to be a nice family thing. My son will get popcorn. These are delicious though. My daughter and I actually opened up a bag so I could taste them because I didn't want to take them to the movies and be excited about them and then them taste gross and be disappointed. So we did taste them, and she was super excited, and she's way pickier than I am about keto food, and because she's had regular food more recently than I have, but she really enjoyed them. She was very excited to have Doritos again. And I also am very excited to have these as a once in a while treat. Definitely not something I'm gonna have all the time, but they do only have 5 grams of total carbs for the whole bag, so I really like that. And it's only 140 calories. So normally if you're taking nuts or seeds to the movies, those are really calorie dense. So it's gonna be nice to have something that I'm like, okay, it is a treat, but it's also not gonna, be totally ruin my day basically, or make me feel like I shouldn't eat anything else for the day. All right, now let's take a look at what Danny's gonna be eating for the next week for lunch. Okay, so the first thing we have here was actually the last thing I made. This is called jerk chicken. It's actually a recipe that I got from Delish. Delish has keto recipes. So it's super good. It marinated for a couple days, and then I grilled it. And then this down here is the skinny rice. I'll put it in the description what it's called. There is one particular brand that I really like, and so I'll show you that. And then there's some little pieces of zucchini in there. I don't know if you can see that. But basically what I do is I marinate the chicken overnight, and then I grill that. And that's kind of the first thing I do. As soon as I get the chicken out of the bowl of marinade though, I go ahead and put the konjac rice in there. And then I let that marinate for the rest of the time, and that's why it's the last thing I meal prep, because then it's soaked up all those juices. I actually add a little bit of white wine as well, and then I dry fry it with either avocado oil or olive oil. So, and then add some, this is just one small zucchini, and then I split it in half. So I use the whole bag of the rice, and half goes into one, and half goes in the other. The next thing we did today was some meat roll-ups. So you guys know I've done wraps in the past. I've also done kebabs in the past. This is just what it looks like. Now, obviously, he is not keto, so yes, those are actual apples in there. But if you were packing this for a keto person, you could replace the apples for celery, and you can still do the peanut butter, possibly. Or you could do, like you guys know, I like my homemade pecan butter. But these are really handy. There's no sugar in this. It's just the natural, it's just peanuts and salt, which I really like, and he absolutely loves these. So we've got some apples in here, and normally I buy an apple and cut it up, but I just was feeling lazy, so I bought prepackaged stuff. So this is actually the Applegate turkey, 0 carb, and then this is some natural honey ham, and there's some pepper jack in the middle of those. These ones have Colby jack. So he can use the peanut butter for the apple as well as for the celery. Then we have one of his favorite things that he has every week. Some more apple slices and peanut butter, like I said, he loves that. Speaking of the devil, there he is. And then some tuna salad. And for his tuna salad, it's just the tuna in water. There's nothing added to it. Mayo, mustard, celery, and pickle. One giant pickle. And then we've got those chicken drumsticks that I actually showed you guys how to make this month. So a little plate for him to put the chicken on to heat it up. Some string cheese. So this would be considered a paleo or primal meal plan. Of course, like I said, you'd have to take the apples out if you're strict keto or strict primal and do an almond butter or something like that. And then here is the chicken. So I am trying to get away from using plastic baggies, but I only have 5 of those nice glass containers right now, or 6, 5 or 6. Either way, it's not enough. So, because I do 7 at a time. And then we have his 2 salads for this week. So we've got some steak salad. I love this little container. It's got the mushrooms on the top because you don't want to mix those in with your salad, otherwise your salad gets all gross. And then he's got his cheese in the bottom there. I got these on clearance at Walmart for $2 for a 5-pack, which was amazing. And I don't put hot stuff in here, so just so you know, like I'm trying to get away from plastic. And then this is the steak salad. So in the steak salad, it's pretty basic. We've got some shredded steak, and it's still frozen right now. Like I've told you guys before, what I do is when steak goes on sale, I'll buy 25, 30 pounds of it, marinate it, and grill it all at once. And about half of it I will shred in my food processor, and half of it I will chop up. So we have so it's really easy to just add to some salad mix. And then in here we have these cute little baby cherry tomatoes. There's also some bell pepper, spinach, romaine, and then this is another thing I found at Walmart recently. It's just super cute little dressing holder. Isn't that adorable? But this is just balsamic vinegar and olive oil mixed together. So I basically make my own balsamic vinaigrette dressing. So I fill it to most of the way with the balsamic vinegar and then the rest of the way with the olive oil. But that's definitely something you could do again, whether you are keto, paleo, low carb, primal, whatever. The other one is a chicken salad. It's really stuck in here. Once again, we have one of these fun little containers. So in here, though, I actually chopped up the cherry tomatoes. They were a little bit bigger, so I chopped them up. And then this is just some gringo, it's called Green Mountain Gringo Salsa. It is organic and it has no sugar added, so it's really good. I buy the mild version of that, but you could definitely get the hotter version if you like. And then inside of here, we have all kinds of goodies. So, and these are glass, just, I don't know if you can see that. That's what that looks like when you take the lid off. So we have a holy guacamole. We have some chicken, and this is basically how I make this, is I have stoneware because I told you guys I sold Pampered Chef before, but I throw literally a frozen chicken breast in one of my smaller stonewares with some olive oil and probably about a 1/4 cup of that salsa and a splash of the white wine. And then I cook that from usually about 13 to 15 minutes in the microwave, cover it with parchment paper, and then I just shred it up and put any of the liquid that's in there into the bag. Not all of it, but a portion of it. That way the chicken stays nice and moist. We've got some shredded Colby Jack, bell pepper, olives, and then the romaine and spinach mixture once again. So that is what my husband is going to be eating for the next week. So I'll have some food in the fridge for him to just heat up. Like I said, he works 2 jobs as well, and he works really hard. So I want to make sure that he has plenty of food to eat, and it's super fast because when he gets back home, he is absolutely exhausted. Yeah, and all of this stuff right here, it took me a while to get in the habit of it, but this particular meal prep where I didn't have to make any wraps or any of the baked goods, sometimes I do the wraps with, so I make the keto tortillas, or I might do a paleo bread for him. If I don't have any stuff that I'm baking, now I've got it down to all of this, with the exception of the marinating of the chicken, only takes about an hour and a half from start to finish. So, and that's cooking up the chicken and rice, everything. So it goes pretty fast, and that hour and a half gives him good, healthy, delicious, filling lunches for the whole week. In addition to that, I always make muffins and hard-boiled eggs for him for breakfast, and then he also has the smoothie jars that I've showed you guys before. He doesn't ever do those for breakfast. Those are a dessert for him. But he does do he usually takes 2 hard-boiled eggs and either a yogurt and a muffin for breakfast. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything here, any of the recipes specifically, that you would like to see me make instead of just talk about it. Have a great day!